what I always say when I'm canvassing is that I'm a student. And I could not be at Wellesley without the incredible financial aid and the endowment. And so when I know that Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan are a little bit hesitant to give people like me the chance to succeed in that way, it makes me think that Obama is the better choice automatically, and that he would want to invest in people like me who have something to bring to this country as long as we just get a college education.
Other than the fact that my boyfriend's a Marine, other than that, I've had a really strong upbringing in the military, definitely a Navy side upbringing, so I see exactly what happens when, you know, the military does get cuts. And, you know, I try to use this analogy. It's like, you know, when you cut military spending, keep in mind that's cutting weapons, which means, you know, some of our brothers, friends, sons, sisters are in the military, and it gets to the point where they're told they have to share an M16. And I don't know if you've ever tried to share a rifle before, but it doesn't really work. So for me, it's something that I'm very passionate about. I want people to understand that, you know, even though we're at a women's college, there are a lot of girls here who are in ROTC, and that's going to be their life in the next 3 or 4 years. So it's just a really important aspect when I vote politically.
You know, as somebody who takes out federal grants, it's those loans, the loan rate affects me. Me going to a pharmacy to pick up my birth control affects me. My health insurance, when I get a cough and I need to go to health services, that affects me. My parents' income as a small business, that affects me. I basically, no matter what I'm doing, I can trace it back to something that's being decided by the government. And while some people find that scary, I mean, I have enough things to worry about. I need somebody I can trust, or at least the person I could trust most in this situation. I need that person there, so I could at least say, you know what, at least they have some of the interest. They know, they may not know me personally, but they know that people like me exist and that they need to find something that's going to work for me.
Probably the most relevant thing that my friends and I talk about on a regular basis is what the different parties stand for. So that doesn't necessarily mean one issue in particular, but for example, a lot of my friends have preconceived notions that Republicans feel a certain way about women or about gay people because of the general platform, and something we like to talk about a lot is how there's a lot of diversity within each political party. So I may think one thing, and then another Republican friend might think a different thing.
If I was to think about it personally and who I was to support as a candidate, I would think about the person who, when I'm under their presidency, I don't have to question who I am. I don't have to question my rights. I don't have to question where I stand in the government. I should feel as though I am supported and as though I am treated equally, despite the fact that I am a first-generation student, despite the fact that I might be African American. I feel that I should definitely be supported by my government and feel as though I can take part in all the American rights that I should have and that I am entitled to.
Right now, I want a candidate that will improve the economy. And to me, that is the #1 issue. And to me, that is something that is crucial for every other change waiting to happen. I think that if my candidate won, I would love to see the U.S. GDP increase, have our GDP growth be right back on track with our previous years, and really kind of secure the job market and decrease unemployment, not because there are more discouraged workers dropping out and that's what's decreasing unemployment, but the fact that there are a significant number of jobs being created that's decreasing in unemployment. And I think that once the economy starts moving, then you can focus on social issues and change that really matters to the everyday voter.
Given that I'm a minority as a Muslim, I think that it's really important to support a candidate who supports the the full enfranchisement of all minorities in this country, because I'm American just like anybody else. So I really appreciate President Obama's ideology in that sense. There are definitely things that I disagree with, though. I really don't like his foreign policy. I think he's very hawkish, and that's something that I was pretty disappointed in when I was really excited about his election in 2008. So, but that's something that I know a lot of voters will be watching him on. So maybe that'll change if he gets elected again.